Women and men, they look like they want to do a somersault and a somersault. Praise God. They're not playing around. Tell your neighbor, say, it's time to leave religion behind. We're into a relationship with Christ. Praise the Lord. So I do a spoken word. It's called Why I Hate Religion, But I Love Jesus. It's originally written by Jemison Bethcott. So hopefully it helps liberate some people. Praise God. What if I told you Jesus came to abolish religion? What if I told you that trying to raise money really wasn't his mission? What if I told you that going to church doesn't automatically mean Christian? And just because you call someone blind doesn't automatically give you vision? You see, if religion is so great, then why has it started so many wars? Why does it build huge structures, but fails to feed the poor? It tells single moms that God doesn't love you if you had a divorce, but in the Old Testament, God actually called religious people whores. You see, religion might preach grace, but it's another thing that they practice. They tend to ridicule God's people because they did it to John the Baptist. They can't fix their problem, so they seem to mask it, not realizing that religion is like spraying perfume on a casket. Religion never gets to the core. It's just behavior modification, like a long list of chores. You see, let's dress up the outside and make it look nice and neat. But it's funny, but that's what they do with mummies while the body rots underneath. You see, I ain't judging. I'm just saying, quit putting on a fake look. Because there's a problem if people only know you're a Christian by your Facebook. And in every aspect of life, you know that logic is simply unworthy. It's like saying you play for Arsenal just because you wear the jersey. You see, this was me too, but no one seemed to be onto me. I was acting like a church kid, but I was sitting there watching pornography. You see, I'll go to church on Sunday, but on a Saturday I'll get faded. But me and my friends were simply just getting wasted. You see, I spent my whole life building this facade of neatness, but now that I know Jesus, I can boast in my weakness. Because if grace is water, then the church is an ocean. It's not a museum for people to look good, it's a hospital for the broken. Which means I don't have to hide my failures, you don't have to hide your sin, because we don't depend on him, we depend on him. You see, because when I was God's enemy, I certainly wasn't a fan. But God looked down on me and said, I want that man. This is why Jesus hated religion. And for that, he called them fools. Don't you see that a relationship with Christ is better than just following rules? See, now let me clarify. I love the church, I love the Bible, and yes, I know there's sin. But if Jesus came to a church, would they actually let him in? You see, remember, he was called a glutton, a drunkenness by the religious people. But the Son of God never supports self-righteousness, not now and not then. Now back to my point. One thing is vital to mention, that Jesus and religion are on opposite spectrums. You see, one is the work of God, the other is a man-made invention. You see, one is the cure, and the other one is an infection. You see, religion says do, but Jesus says done. Religion says slave, Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage, but Jesus sets you free. Religion makes you blind, but Christ makes you see. And that's why religion and Jesus are two opposite clans. Religion is man searching for God, but Jesus is God searching for man. Which is why salvation is mine, and forgiveness is my own. Not based on my own merits, but Jesus' righteousness alone. Because he took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped on his face, and he took what we all deserved, and I guess that's why we call it grace. You see, and while he was being murdered, he yelled, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. Because when he was dangling on that cross, he was thinking of you. And he absorbed all of our sin, and he buried it inside a tomb. Which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, everyone, there's still room. So for religion, No, I hate it. I literally resent it. Because when Jesus said, "It is finished," I believe he meant it. Praise God.